Assalamu alaikum student. Today I will solve the another Cambridge IGCSE paper 4 variant 3 October November 2022 and let's start the paper. Question 1 part A. Here are the ingredients needed to make a pasta baked to serve 12 people. Part first, find the mass of cheese as a percentage of the mass of mushrooms. Now we find mass of cheese percentage will be equal to percentage mass of cheese divided by mass of mushrooms multiply 100. Now we put the value mass of cheese you see here. Now this is 280 gram divided by mass of mushroom you see here 460 gram multiply 100. Now we check the answer. Now we see that 280 divided by 460 multiply by 100. The answer is 60.87, 60.87%. Now we can write it as 3SF value is 60.9% is the answer. Now the next part, find the mass of butter needed to make a pasta to serve 18 people. Now you see here the mass of butter given is the mass of butter is 250 gram for 12 people. Now we write it. Here is the mass of butter. And next we take people, number of people. We know the 250 gram butter. 250 gram butter is needed for 12 people. To make pasta to serve 18 people, we write the number of people 18. Now we have to find the mass of butter. We suppose that value is M. Now we take the ratio. It's a very simple method. M over 250 equal to 18 over 12. 18 over 12. And that's equal to M equal to 18 multiply 18 over 12 multiply 250. Now we check the answer. 18 multiply 250 divided by 12. That answer is equal to 375. Is the answer. Our third, Monica has 2.2 liter of milk, 1.5 kilogram of each ingredient. Calculate greatest number of people she can serve with pasta bake. Now you see here this quantity is given to make the pasta bake for 12 people. These quantities for 12 people pasta bake. Now firstly we see that here's the quantity change from 800 milliliter to 2.2 liter. That's equal to 2200 milliliter. And same as these quantity 250 gram butter change into 1.5 kg and that will be equal to 1500 gram. That 1.5 kg means 1500 gram. Each quantity change 1500 gram. Now we have to find the number of people she can serve with pasta bake against 1.5 kg of each ingredient and 2.2 liter milk to make pasta. Now firstly we see that how many people serve for 2.2 liter of milk. Now we write here is the quantity of milk. Now we write milk quantity and second the number of peoples. Number of people. Firstly we write the total milk is when the milk is in milliliter is 800. You see here 800 milliliter milk. The number of people serve 12. Now we have to find against 2200 milliliter because 2.2 liter equal to 2200 milliliter. Number of people served, we write as is X. Now we take the ratio x over 12, that's equal to 2200 over 800. Now we simplify it. That value become x over 12 equal to 11 over 4. Now we can write it as 11x equal to 11 over 4 multiplied 12, that's equal to 4 divided by 3, sorry. 11 multiplied 3, that's equal to 33. Now we have to find number of peoples she can serve with pasta bake against 1.5 kg. We see that which ingredient used in more quantity to find the number of people. You see here, this is the 600 gram of pasta used to make pasta bake. We see that how many people she can serve against 1.5 kg. Now we write the pasta quantity here, pasta mass. Now in here is the number of people. Now you can see here 600 gram pasta. The number of people she can serve will be 12. Now the quantities change from 1500 gram. It means 1500 gram. The number of people will be x. We can write it as 1500 divided by 600 and x over 12, and that can be written as x will be equal to 1500 over 600 multiplied by 12. We can write it as 6 times 2 is 12. That's answer is equal to 30 number of people. Now the greatest number of people she can serve to with pasta bake will be 30, and this is the answer. Now we move to the next part of this question. Part B, in 2019, a packet of pasta cost $2.4. This was increased 25% cost of packet in 2018. Work out the cost in 2018. Firstly, we suppose that the cost in 2018 was X. Now we write it as the cost in 2018, that's equal to X. And the cost in 2019 given here is $2.4. Now this cost was equal to increase of 25% cost of packet in 2018. If the cost in 2018 was X, then this cost 25% more of X, that value become $2.4. Now we can write it as X plus 25 over 100x, percentage mean 1 over 100, multiply x, that's equal to 2.40. Now we simplify it, x plus 25 over 100, we can write it 0.25x equal to $2.4. Now that value become 1.25x equal to $2.40. Now the x value will be equal to 2.40 divided by 1.25. Now we calculate it. 2.4 divided by 1.25. The answer is 1.92. We write it $1.92. This is the answer. In the next part, in 2020, the cost of packet increased 15% from the cost in 2019. Work out the total percentage increase the cost of packet from 2018 to 2020. Firstly, we find the cost in 2020. Now the cost in 2020, that is equal to 15% increase from the cost in 2019. The cost in 2019, you see here, this is cost 2.40. Now the cost in 2019 was 2.40 plus 15%. You see here, this is the statement. 15% of cost of 2019. This cost is 2019. Now we write it 2.40. That value become 2.40 plus 15 over 100, that's value becomes 0.15, multiply 2.40. Now 2.40 plus 0.15 multiply 2.4, we get the answer is 2.76. This is the value. 2.76 is the cost in 2020. Now we have to find the percentage increase in 2018 to 2020. Now we write the formula. Percentage increase, that value will be equal to increase value divided by original value, and the value will be, you have to take 2018 value, original value, multiply 100. Now we see an increase value into 2020, that value is 2.76 minus the value in 2018. You see here, this value was 2018 1.92. You can see here 1.92. Here we find this value. Now we put here minus 1.92 divided by total value in 2018. That value will be 2018. Now it's 1.92. That value will be equal to 0.84 over 1.92. We see the answer. Now you see here 0.84 divided by 1.92, 0.437, multiply 100, multiply by 100, we get 43.75. Now we have to write multiply 100, 43.75% is the answer. Next, the part C. Pasta is sold in packets with width 11.5 centimeter, correct to nearest 0.5 centimeter. A shop places these packets in a single line on a shelf of length 2 meter, correct to nearest 0.1 meter. Find the maximum number of these packets that will fit along this shelf. Now the number of packets fit along this shelf, we see that the packet width, we write it's 11.5 centimeter, correct to nearest 0.5. That value become, correct to 0.5 means the error will be 0.5 over 2. We get 0.5 over 2. The answer is 0.25. The value will be range from 11.5 plus minus 0.25. Now the next value is shop places in a single on a shelf length is 2 meter and correct to nearest 0.1 meter. That value become 0.1 meter, nearest means 0.1 over 2, and that value becomes 0.05. The error is 0.5 plus minus 0.5. Now we write it as 2 meter plus 0.05 meter. Now this is centimeters. First, you should remember. Now we have to find maximum number of packets. The length of shelf divided by packet width. Packet width. Now you see here we have to find the number of maximum packets fit. Now the value of the numerator will be maximum and the packet width will be taken as minimum. Now we take total length is upper bound value. Now the upper bound value of total length will be 2.2 meter plus 0.05 meter. And the minimum packet length here is 11.5. We take the lower bound value, 11.5 centimeter minus 0.25 centimeter. Now we can write it as 2.05 meter. And that length is 11.50, and we subtract it 0.25, we get 11.25 centimeter. Now we convert the meter into centimeter to make same units. Now when we convert centimeter and meter relation is 100, when we meter to centimeter, we multiply by 100. Now therefore 2.05 multiply 100, our 11.25 centimeters, the centimeter will be cancelled. Now we get 205 divided by 11.25. We see that what is the answer? The answer is 18.2 number of packets fit. Now 18.2 number of packets, the value will be number of packets we takes the in whole numbers. Therefore, the packets will be 18 packets. Question number 2, part A. Simplify fully. P power 3 multiply P power 11. It's very simple question. The powers will be added. 3 plus 11. That's equal to P power 14. Next is the part second. 8m6 our 3m square. Now we divide 3 by 18 divided by 3. We get 6. And m power 6 minus m power minus 2, which is the 6m power 4. The next is the 27 x9 y27 64 whole cube is minus 1 over 3. Firstly, we convert the power into positive power. Now, if we shift from numerator to denominator and denominator shift to 2, we write the for n equal to 1. Now, the nth term is 3n square. Now we write it's 3 multiply 1 square. That value become 3 into 1, 3. Next is the write down first 3 terms of this equation. Now the second term you see here. Second term n equal to 2. You can write it 2 power 2. That's value 4, 3 is 12. And n equal to, we take n equal to 3. Now 3 into 3 square, that's equal to 3 square is 9 times 3 is 27. The answer is 3, 12, 27. And the next part, C, find the nth term of each of the sequence. Firstly, we see that the sequence is 13, 16, 19, 22, 25. We see that the term rule here. Now you can see here the difference between first, second and first term is 3, and third and second term is also 3, and 22 minus 19 is 3, and this is also 3. And this is the sequence is, we see that the term rule is 3, and this sequence shows that this is the linear sequence. In the linear sequence, the nth term will be equal to, a times n plus b. Now the a is the term rule value. The term rule is 3. Now we can write it as 3 into n plus b. B can be found by taking the difference between term rule and the first value. We see that 13 minus 3, the answer is 10. This is the value of p. We take the first value, the difference between the first and the term rule value. This value's term rule is 3, 3. And we can write it as 3n plus 10. And this is the answer. Now we see that the next part, 3, 17, 55, 129, and 251. Now we see that the difference between these terms, 17 minus 3 is 14. And 17 minus 55, that value will equal to 38. And we see the next value by using calculator. Now you can see here, the value is 129 minus 129 minus 55. That's value equal to 74. And next is 251 minus 129. 251 minus 129 122. We write it 74 and 122. Now we see the difference is not same. This is not a linear sequence. We check the second difference. 38 minus 14, 24, and 74 minus 38, that is equal to 36. And 122 minus 74 is 48. This is not, the difference between them is not same. Therefore, the sequence is not a quadratic sequence. If the second difference same, that sequence become quadratic. Now we see the third difference. Now you see here, this is the 12 and this, see, the difference is 12. Now you can see here, the third difference is same. This is the cubic sequence. In the cubic sequence, we write the nth term by using a n cube. Now that value that we have to add it to get the sequence. Now the value a can be found by this coefficient can be found by dividing 12 by 6. Now when we divide by 6, we get value a, and that is 2. Now we can write it's 2n cube. Now you see here, when we write 2n cube, you can see here the values are 3, 17, 55, and 129. We take 2n cube, the term rule. Now you can write it as 2 times 1 whole cube and 2 times 2 whole cube, 2 times 3 whole cube. 2 times into 1 whole cube, we get 2. And same here is 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. And same here is 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, 27 2s are 54. What value we have to add in this sequence? We get the value 3. Now we add, when we add 1, you see here we get 3, and we add 1, we get 17, and we add 1, we get 55. And for nth value, you see here this value is 2n cube. We get, when we add 1, we get the nth term value. The nth term will be 2n cube plus 1 is the answer. Now part D, solve 3x minus 22 over 4 equal to 23. We can write it as 3x minus 22 equal to 23 multiplied by 4. Now we get 23 times 4 is 92. And that value is 3x minus 22 is written as it is. Now we shift 22 from left to right side. It becomes positive. That value will be added from left to right side. The answer will become 4 and 114. We divide by 3, we get 114 divided by 3. That's equal to 3 3s are 9 and 3 8s are 24. That is equal to 38. Next is the C part. Use the quadratic formula to solve 3x squared plus 8x minus 20 equal to 0. Show that you're working, give your answer correct to decimal place. Now we use the quadratic formula. You know the quadratic formula is equal to x minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. Now we write it. Now here is the a is, you see here, a is 3, b is 8, and c is minus 20. This is c, this value is b, and this value is a. Now we write the value minus 8 plus minus b square will be 8 square minus 4 times A is, you see here, is 3, and C is minus 20. Minus 20 over 2 of A is 3. Now that value become minus 8 plus minus 64 minus plus 12, 2 times 240 over 6. You can write it as x equal to minus 8 plus minus 64 plus 240. That value will be equal to 304 over 6. We take the positive value, and second we take the negative value. Negative 8 minus 304 over 6. Now you can see here, firstly we take 304 square root minus 8, that value divided by 6, we get 1.57. And second value, minus 4.27, we write it. And this is the answer. Now we move to the next question. Question 3, the height at centimeter of each 100 plant is recorded. The table shows information about the height of these plants. This is the table in which the heights and frequencies are given. Now the part A, complete the histogram to show the information. The first two blocks have been drawn for you. You can see here, this is the frequency, density, and the height. The graph is drawn between heights and frequency density because the class interval between heights are not same. Here you can see here, this is the height is 5 centimeter class interval, and you can see here this width is 10 centimeter, and this is the 15 centimeter, and this 20 centimeter, and this is the 10 centimeter. If the class interval or class widths are not same, we draw the graph between frequency density and the class class interval. Now, firstly, we find the frequency density to draw the histogram. Now, you know that the frequency density formula is the frequency density equal to frequency divided by class width. Now, you can see here, frequency is in the first interval, the class width is 5 and frequency is 8. Now, we divide 8 over 5. You get 1.6, and 18 over 10, you get 1.8. And next is 28 over 15. We see that 28 divided by 15, you get 1.87. Now we write it 1.87. And next is 33 over 20. The answer will be 1.65. Next is 13 over 10. The answer is 1.3. Now we draw the histogram here. Now we mark the third bar here. You can see here the third block will be between the height is 25 to 40 and the frequency density is 1.87. We mark this 25 to 40. This is 25 and this point is 40. Now 1.87, you can see here the frequency density on the y-axis, the trend small scale equal to 0.5 unit. Now, one small scale will be equal to 0.05 unit, and it means two small scale will be equal to 0.1 unit. Now, it means two small scale equal to 0.1 unit. Now, we mark the point 1.87. You can see here, this is 6, 1.7, 1.8. This point is 1.8. Now we have to mark 1.87. Now this point is 1.85, and this is the middle of the 1.9 to 1.85. Now we draw the line here. Now we draw a line here from this point to 25 to 40. Now we join it. And we get the third block here. And the next block can be drawn between 40 to 60 class interval and frequency density is 1.65. Firstly, we make 40 to 60. Now that point is, this is the 60 and this is 40 and 1.65. We see that 1.65. Now you can see here, this is the 1.6 and this point is this line is 1.65. Now we draw a line. Here is the 1.65. This is the line and we draw the 40 to 60. And you can see here, this is the next block. We draw it. And the next block will be between 60 to 70 and 1.3. Now you can see here 60 to 70, this is the 1.3. Now you can see here 1.2, 1.1, 1.2, and this is 1.3. We draw a line 1.3, this is the 1.3, we join this and this bar shows the 1.3. Okay, and this is the histogram we have to draw. In the next part, we calculate an estimate of the mean height. Now calculate and estimate mean height. The mean formula, firstly we write the formula of mean. That is equal to summation sum of all values, that is equal to summation fx over summation f. This is the mean formula. Now you see here, this is f. And to find x is the class mark. And class mark is the middle value of this interval. 10 to 15, the middle value will be 12.5. And 15 to 25, the middle value will be 20. And 25 to 40, the middle value will be 32.5. And 40 to 60, the middle value will be 50. And 60 to 75, the middle value will be 65. And to get the sum of values, we multiply f into x and then we add these values. Now multiply f into x, we see that 12.5 multiply 8. The answer is 100. 18 multiply 20, that's answer is 360. And next is 28 multiply 32.5. The answer is 910. 910. And next is 50 multiply 33. 1650. And next is 65 multiply 30. 13. 65 multiply 13. 5. Now the sum of frequencies, that's equal to 100. Because here, this is the number of plants are 100 plants. Therefore, the frequency will be 100. Now we take the sum of these values. This is the total frequency, and now to find the total of these values will be equal to sum of values. Now we can write it as sum of fx. Now we see that 845 plus 1650 plus 910 plus 360 plus 100, that's equal to 33,865 divided by 100. 38.65. Now the total value is 3,865 And to find the mean, that value will be equal to summation fx, our summation f. Now that's equal to 3,865 divided at 100. The answer is 38.65. Now we go to the next question. Now question 4. Part A, draw the reflection of triangle T in the line y equal to -2. Now you can see here, this is the triangle T. Now the reflection of triangle T, firstly we draw the line y equal to -2. You can see here, this is the line y equal to -2 we draw here. And this is the reflection line. Now from this reflection line, we take the reflection of each point. Now the reflection of this point, you can see here, this point is 1, 2, 3 unit above. Draw the point 3 unit below, 1, 2, and 3. And next is the point is this point we take. Now you can see here, this point is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unit above. Now we point a mark 3, 4, and 5. This is the 5 unit below. Same here, this point is 1, 2, 3, and this point is 3 unit above. Now we draw the point 3 unit below, 1, 2, and 3. Now we join these point, and we get a reflection of T in the line y equal to -2. Now we write it y equal to -2, and this is the reflection. We name it T dash. Part B, draw the enlargement of triangle T with scale factor 1/2 and center of enlargement -5, -3. Firstly, you mark the center of enlargement. This is the point -5, and this point is -3. We mark it, and we name it as E. Now, the vertices of triangle T, we name these points as A, B, and C. We see that suppose the vertices of the enlarged triangle is A dash, B dash, and C dash. And the distance between E to A dash, our E to A, and distance between E to B, our B dash, our EA, and same here, EC dash, our EC, that will be equal to 1/2. And it means the distance between EA dash will be equal to 1/2 of EA, and same as EB dash will be equal to 1/2 EB, and EAC dash will be equal to 1/2 EC. Now the points EA, to get EA dash, we see that the distance between EA dash, we join these line E to A. Now we join this line E to A. Next E to B. Next E to C. Now the EA dash will be half of between EA, distance between EA. Now we see that. Now you can see here the distance between E to A is 6.2. Now we mark the point 3.1. And this scale is a digital scale. It is not accurate, but you can take the half of the distance between E to B. Now this is the half of the distance. I mark it here. And this is the point A dash. Now this point is A dash. We name it A dash. And next is the EB. We take the distance, half of the distance between them. You can draw the half distance by using a compass. Now here I am using here the digital scale. Now you can see here the distance between E to B is Now you can see here this length is 9 and we can mark the 4.5 and this point is 4.5. Now that is B dash. Now next is we take the distance between EC. Now you can see here this length is 7.4 and we can write it as 3.7 and this point is 3.6 and 7. This is the point. We mark it as C dash. Now we join all these points A to B dash, A dash to B dash, and A dash to C dash, and C dash to B dash. And this is the enlargement of scale factor 1/2 with the center of enlargement -5, -3. This enlargement figure, we name it as T double dash. T double dash. I mark this name as T double dash. Now next is the part C. Describe fully single transformation that maps triangle T onto triangle A. Now you can see here, this is the triangle T and this triangle is A. And you can see here this the size of the triangle is same, but the orientation is changed. Therefore, this triangle, the transformation from T to A is rotational transformation. And to see that the center of, to find the center of rotation, we join all these points, the vertices of this triangle, and we see that the A, B, and C, now we join these image point. You can see here the image points, we join it. These 2 points we join. And next is the this is the B and this is B double dash. And we join A to A dash. Now we join B to B double dash. And after joining these 2 points, we take the perpendicular bisector where these 2 perpendicular bisector meet. That will be the center of rotation. Now the perpendicular bisector of, firstly we see that A to A double dash. Now I draw here the perpendicular bisector. This line is perpendicular bisector between BB dash, and we draw another perpendicular bisector between A to A double dash. Now you can draw it with the using compass. Now I draw here A double dash. That point we see that. Now you can see here I draw the perpendicular bisector on A double dash. This line is the perpendicular bisector. You can draw it with the using compass, taking center A and draw an arc above and below, and which intersects the line where that point. And now next you will take the center A double dash and you will draw a arc on the line where these 2 arc intersect. You mark the point, and same as in below, draw the arc below on the line, and these 2 points you can join. And these you can see here, these 2 perpendicular bisector meet at this point. This point you can name is at -1, 0. This is the -1, 0 is the center of rotation. Now you can write it as center of rotation is R will be equal to -1, 0. Now you can see here the angle of rotation from of this triangle T to A. Now to find the angle of rotation, we join these points A to center of rotation. We join it by blue line. I join these points. This point you can see here, and join A to R, and you can join A to double R to A double dash. You can see here this is the angle 90 degree and this is the rotation in anti-clockwise direction, and you can write it as anti-clockwise rotation 90 degree. Therefore, you can write it as the triangle T maps onto A, that is the rotation of 90 degree in anti-clockwise direction with center of rotation is -10. This is the answer. Question 5. The diagram shows a water trough in the shape of a prism. The prism has a cross section in the shape of an isosceles trapezium. The trough is completely filled with water. Show that the volume of water in the trough is 206.4 liter. Now to show the volume of water is 206.4. You know the volume of prism. This shape is prism shape. Now the volume of water will be the volume of the prism. Now volume of prism formula, you know, is that's equal to base area into height. Now the base area into height. Now you see here the this is the base area, and this face will be called as base because this is the trapezium shape, and all other faces are rectangular, and other than rectangular face normally is base. Now the base area of trapezium, you know, is the 1/2 sum of parallel sides into height multiply, this is the height, the distance between two base. Now we write it as h. Now the sum of parallel side, this length is, suppose that these are the two parallel sides. Now 1/2 36 plus 50 multiply, this is the height of trapezium 40, and multiply by the distance between two bases, that's equal to 1/2 1.2 meter. You know here is this is the in the distance between two bases in meter, we convert into centimeter. That will be equal to 1.2 multiplied by 100. That is equal to 120 centimeter. Now we write it as 120. Now we calculate it, that value will be equal to 86 multiplied by 20 multiplied by 120. Now we see that 20 multiply 120, we get 22,64,000. Now we write it 206,400 cubic centimeter. You know 1000 cubic centimeter to liter, the relationship between is 1000. When you convert into centimeter into liter, we divide it by 1000. Divided by 1000, when you convert from smaller to bigger unit, cubic centimeter to liter. And you see here 1000 cubic centimeter equal to 1 liter. Now we convert it by dividing the 1000, 206,400 divided by 1000. Now you get 206 4/10, that's equal to 206.4 liter. And this is the proof. Part B, the water from trough is emptied at a rate of 600 milliliter per second. Calculate the time taken in minutes and seconds for the trough to be emptied. Now you can see here the time in second and volume in milliliter. Now we take in 1 second the trough, the water from the trough emptied is 600 milliliter. Now the time taken for the trough to be emptied, now the total water in the trough is 206.4 liter. Now we can write it as 206.4 liter, and that value will be equal to 206,400 milliliter, because we multiplied by 1000, we get this value. When you convert milliliter to liter and we transfer from liter to milliliter, we multiplied by 100 from bigger to smaller unit. Now we can write it 206,400 milliliter. How many seconds? We suppose that t second. Now that value become, we take the ratio t over 1 equal to 206,400 over 600. Now that value become 2064 divided by 6. 344 is the total number of seconds, to 344 seconds. Now we can write it as 300 plus 44. You can do this by 344 divided by 60. You get 6 5s are 300, and that's the 44. It means you can write it as 5 minutes and 44 seconds. This is the answer. Next part, all the water from the trough is emptied in a vertical cylinder. Now the depth of water in tank is 84 centimeter. Now you can see here the total water in the tank was 206.4 liter. We write it 206.4 liter is the total water in the tank. Now that water is 206.4 multiplied by 1000. We know that the cubic centimeter to liter, we divide it by 1000 when we convert centimeter to liter, and the liter to cubic centimeter, that value become, and we multiply it by 1000. Now we get 20. This value is multiplied by 1000 when we convert liter to cubic centimeter. Now that value becomes 60400 cubic centimeter. We write it as 206,400 cubic centimeter. Now the volume of cylinder, here is the volume of cylinder, that's equal to the volume of water we transferred in this cylinder, and that is equal to pi r square h. Now you can see here 206,400 equal to pi into, now we write it 3.142 into r is the radius of the cylinder. Now we have to find the radius of the cylinder. Multiply and height, you can see here, this is the depth or height is same thing. Now we write it as 84. Now the r square will be equal to 206,400 divided by 3.142 divided by 84. Now we see that now the answer is 782.0. Now we take the square root on both sides. We get that value is taken square root. The answer is 27.96. 27.9. This is the answer. Write it as 28 centimeter also. And 3SF value you see here, this become 10, and 28.0 is the answer. Now the tank is 60% full. Calculate the height of the tank. Now tank is 60% full. Therefore, the volume of water is equal to 206.4 liter, and in cubic centimeter 206,400 cubic centimeter, and that value is the 60% of total volume of cylinder. Yeah, you can say tank, volume of tank. That volume of tank, 60% of volume of tank equal to 206,400, because tank is 60% full when the volume is 206,400 cubic centimeter. Now we find the value 60 over 100 multiply V equal to 206,400. Now the volume of tank become 206,400 multiply 100 over 60. We see that the answer is 1,44,000, and the volume, you know, that is equal to pi r square h, and this is the total length is h of the tank. Now the volume of the tank, you see here 344,000 into equal to pi multiply radius, you know, 28 centimeter. We already find 28 square into height. The height will be equal to 344,000 divided by 3.142 divided by 28 divided by 28, and now we see the answer. The answer is 139.6 centimeter, 139.6. Now 3SF value become 140. Now we move the question part second. 140 centimeter is the answer of this, and the next part is D. You can see here a steel AM is placed inside the empty water tank. Water trough, as shown in the diagram, A is the vertex. As the base of isosceles trapezium, MM is the midpoint of the top of edge on the opposite face. Calculate the length of the steel rod. You see here, this is the length of steel rod AM, and this is the midpoint. Now, if we draw a line from M to the base, opposite base, you see here that line will intersects this base. Now it divides this length, that is the 36 centimeter that intersects at the midpoint. That value become, this length is 18 centimeter and 18 centimeter because it divides at middle of this length. This total length is 36. Now when we divide 18 and 18, you get that point. We name it as R. Now we join A to R. You see here, this line is A to R, and this is the right angle triangle. And this right angle triangle, AMR, that AM will be equal to AM square equal to AR square plus MR square. Now we find the AR length. To find AR length, you see here, this is the right angle triangle. We name it as A, and this is B. ABR, this is the right angle triangle. ABR, now we name it as ABR. Now I draw the triangle here. This is the ABR. This length is 18, and this length is, you can see here, this length AB is 1.2 meter. 1.2 meter, you can write is 120 centimeter. Now this is 18 centimeter, therefore AR length will be equal to AR square will be equal to BR square plus AB square, base square hypotenuse square equal to base square plus altitude square, you know that value become 118 square plus 120 square. Now we calculate it 14,725. 14,724. Now we write it as 14,724. Now plus MR length, you see here, this is the MR length, that is height of the, this is the height of the trapezium. Trapezium is 40, we write it as MR 40 square. Now we see that 14,724 plus 1,600. We take the square root of these values. Now the answer will be equal to 127.76. The 3SF value become 128. This is the 3SF value, and 128 centimeter is the length of the rod. You can write it as 1.28 meter also. Now the next question, move to the next question. In the next question, you can see here 6a, p equal to 5k square minus 7. Find the value of p when k is equal to 3. We put the value k equal to 3 in this equation. Now we can write it p equal to 5 into 3 whole square minus 7. That value become 5 multiply 9. 3 square is 9 and minus 7. 5 9s are 45 minus 7 is equal to 37. Now 38. 38 is the answer. Now rearrange the formula to make k the subject. We can write it p equal to 5k square minus 7. Now to make k as a subject, we can write it p plus 7. We shift the 7 from right to left side, and we divide the 5 on both sides. We get k square equal to p plus 7 over 5. Now k will be equal to p plus 7 over 5 square root. Now we take the square root plus minus. That value is p plus 7 over 5k. That's the answer. Part B, solve x minus 3 less than equal to 5x plus 7. Now we shift the x from left to right side. Therefore, that value become 5x minus x plus 7. Now 7 will be shifted from right to left side. Now we get minus 3 minus 7. That is less than equal to 4x. And that is minus 10x is less than 4x. That can be written as 4x is minus 10 over 4. Now we can write it x is greater than equal to minus 2.5. And this is the answer. Next part, show your answer to part B. First on the number line. You see here, these are the number. Minus 1, minus 2. This number is minus 2.5. And the inequality is greater than equal to minus 2.5. We write it as, we mark a circle here and we dock it because the minus 2.5 value will be included in the x. Now the greater than, we draw the arrow towards right side, and all these values will be included which are greater than x minus 2.5 will be minus 2, minus 1, minus 0, and this is the answer. Part C, the line y equal to 16 is drawn on the grid. The region R satisfy the following inequalities. Y is greater than 6, x is greater than 2, 2x plus 3y greater than equal to 72, y is less than equal to 32 minus x. By drawing 3 more lines and shading the region not required, find the label the region. Now we see that line is y equal to 16. This is the line y equal to 16. The region x is greater than equal to 16. That is the upward region, not the unwanted region that we will shade this. This is the unwanted region. We shade this region. And the upward region will be unshaded. Now next is the x is greater than 2. Now this is the 1 and this line is 2. Now we draw a line here, x equal to 2. And this line is this parallel to y-axis. This line is x equal to 2. But we will draw this line, dotted line, because that is greater than 2. Now we dotted line. And this dotted line is the x is greater than 2, it will be the right side of the region. The unwanted region will be the left side. Now we shade it. Unwanted region we shade it. And next is 2x plus 3y is greater than 2x plus 3y is greater than equal to 72. Now we take 2 points. Firstly, suppose x equal to 0. Then y will be equal to 3y is greater than equal to 72. And the y will be equal to 3 2s are 6, 3 4s are 24. And the point will be 0, 24. Now we take a next point. We take y0. Then the 2x is greater than equal to 72. When we put the value y here in this value becomes 0. Now x is greater than equal to 36. The value is 36, 0. Now we mark the point 0, 24. And x is 0. This is 0. And 24. This point is 20, 21, 22, 23. And that point is 24. 1, 2, 3, 4. This point is 24. And this is 24, 0, 24. And next is 0, 36. You can mark it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 36, 36, 0. Now we draw a line by joining these 2 points. And this is the line. And this line, we have to mark the region. An unwanted region will be shaded. Here is the inequalities is 2x plus 3y greater than. Then greater than will be the upward region. The unwanted region will be the downward region, and we shade it. And next is the y is less than 32 minus x. Same, we take 2 points. Y is greater than equal to 32 minus x. Now this we draw a line. We take x equal to 0. We see that y will be equal to 32. And same as is y is 0. Then x will be equal to, x is 0. Now 32 minus 0 will be y. And when y is 0, we see that when y is 0 equal to 32 minus x, that value become also 32. Now 0, 32 and 32, 0 will be the point. Now the first is 0, 32. We mark this point 0, 32, this 0, and this is 31 and 32. This point is 0, 32. Next is 32, 0. Now this is the point 32, 31, 32. This point is 32, 0. And we join these 2 points and we get the line. Now the unwanted region will be shaded. Y is less than, therefore the less than 32 minus x. You can write it as less than the region. Now y is less than 0 will be the downward region. The unwanted region will be upward. Now we shade it, the upward region. The region here is, you can see here, this is the region. Now part second, find the integer x and y, the region that gives the maximum value of 2x plus y. Now to get the maximum value, firstly we see that maximum value of x. Here you can see here, these are the integer in this region. Now the start from this line, and this point is 13, 14, 15, and this is the 16 is the maximum value in the region. And when you move the below region is not light. This is the point, that point where the value is maximum of 2x. And here the value of y, you see here, this is also 16. And that this point, the value of y is also 16. Now we can write is 2 multiply 16 plus 16. That is equal to 48. This is the maximum value here. If we choose another value, suppose that if we take the maximum value of y, then the value of x become reduce, and here is the value of x is 2 times reduced. Therefore, it is possibility we have to take maximum value of x, and against is the value of y. We see that answer is 48. Now you can check other values also by taking some other value. You can check these points are the 2x plus y is maximum or not. Now you can see here, you can take any other value. When you any other values, you can find the value. The other value will be minimum other than this value. Now this is the answer. The 2x plus y is 48 is the maximum, x is 16, y is 16 is the answer. Now we move to the next part, next question. Question 7, Ragan is playing a game with these 6 cards. The card numbers are -3, -2, 2, 3, 5, and 7. She takes 2 cards at random without replacement and multiples the 2 numbers to give a score. Find the probability the score is 35. Now we have to find the multiply of 2 number is 35. Therefore, we take the score is 35. Probability of score is 35. Score is 35. Now the factor will be 2 factor of 35 are 5 and 7, or 7 multiply 5. Therefore, the probability of score 35 will be probability 5 and multiply at 7, or 5 probability of 7 and 5. Now, if we take the card 5 is as chosen, now the probability will become 1 over total card will be 6, 1 over 5. Multiply when you take the second card without replacement. Therefore, total cards become 5. And we take the second card, one card is chosen as a 7. Now that probability will become 1 over 5. Now R means plus. Now here is 7 over 5. The probability of choosing a card is 7. That will be here is the number of cards. 7 is 1 only. Now out of total cards is 6. Multiply the remaining cards. You know that without replacement, it means the remaining card is 5. We have to choose card number 5. And you see here, this is only one card. Therefore, 1 over 5 is the answer. Though we simplified that, because 1 over 6 5s are 30 and plus 1 over 30. Then the value become 2 over 30 and the probability become 1 over 15 is the answer. The second part, the score is positive number. Now we have to find the probability, the positive number, and the condition is that you will choose 2 cards and you multiply, the answer is positive. If you one of the possibilities to positive number, both card is chosen and negative. Therefore, the probability of both cards when you choose both cards negative, when you choose first card negative, 2 out of 6 card total, and when you choose the second card is also negative, the remaining negative card will be 1. We write it 1, and the total card will be 5. And the probability of the multiple of 2 number, the answer is positive when we choose both numbers are positive. There are 4 positive numbers. Therefore, we choose first card. That probability will be 4 out of 6. Now the remaining cards, total cards remain 5. Now we choose the second positive number cards will be 3 out of 5. That will be 3 over 5. Now the answer becomes 2 over 30 plus 12 over 30. And this is the answer 14 over 30. And we can write it 17 over 7 over 15 is the answer. Now the part B, Regan now takes 3 cards at random from the 6 card without replacement and adds the 3 cards to give a total. Find the probability that her total is 5. Now we see that the probability of total of 3 cards, is 5. Now what will be the possibilities you see here? You have suppose you take minus 3, 3, 0 and you take 5. This is the first possibility. And second is that suppose minus 2, you can see minus 2 to 5. That is the second possibility. Now the other possibility, you fix minus 3, that can be written as 5, 3. And same as when you take 3, the minus 3, 5 and 3, 5 minus 3. Second, you take 5. The possibilities will be, sum of 3 cards will be 5 is taken, minus 3, 3. And you can write as 5, 3 minus 3. Now these are the 6 possibilities. You can see here. Now the probability when you take minus 3 as a first card, the probability will be 1 over 6. And without replacement, the remaining card will be 5. And you have to take 3 and only 3 is only 1 card, therefore 1 over 5. And when you take 2 cards is already, and without replacement, now the probability will be 1 over 4. Now other probabilities will also be same. You can see here, these are 1 over 6 into 1 over 5 into 4, 1 over 4, and same probabilities you get. You can see here, the value is 6 5s are 30. 30 multiplied by 4, 20. You can write it 1 over 120, and all other probabilities will be 1 over 20, 120, 1 over 120, 1 over 120, and 1 over 120. Now the probability of minus 3, 5, or other case will be probability of minus 2 to 5. You see here, that is also 1 over 6, because you have to choose one card out of 6. The remaining card will be 5. You have to choose one card, 1 over 5 and 1 over 4. This also is 1 over 20. Now, and another 6 possibilities of these number. Now we can write it probability of sum of minus 2 to 5 will be minus 2 to 5 equal to 6 multiply 1 over 120. Now you can write it 1 over 20. And same here is the probabilities. You add all these probabilities, you get 6 multiply 1 over 20. Now the probability of 5, 3 minus 3 equal to 6 into 1 over 20. And this is 1 over 20. And you can write it 1 over 20. Now the probability of score is 5. That will be equal to 1 over 20 plus 1 over 20. And that can be written as 2 over 20. The answer will be 1 over 10. This is the 1 over 10 will be the answer. Now you can see here again, total probability of 3 card is 5. 1 is the possibilities I write here. And there also minus 2 to 5 is the possibilities. You can take the 6 combination of these number. Therefore, the probability of minus 225 will be equal to 6 multiply 1 over 25, that is equal to 120. And we have to find the probability of score is 5, that is equal to 120 plus 120, that's equal to 110. Now we move the next question. Question 8. A, B, and C are the points on the circle having center O. DE is tangent to the circle. At C, AC equal to 10, AB equal to 9.5 centimeter, BC equal to 7.7 centimeter. Show that ABC equal to 70.2 degree. We have to find this angle ABC. Now you can see here, this is the angle we have to find. And we take the triangle and we take this triangle ABC. This is the ABC triangle. I dot this triangle ABC. Now you can see here this triangle having three sides, and we have to find the angle AB, the angle between AB and AC. Now, therefore, when three sides and one angle, we use the cosine rule. And according to cosine rule, B square equal to A square plus C square minus 2AC cos of B. And you see here, this is the small side, and the opposite side of angle B is suppose that B. And this side we name at B. And this is B side. And the name of opposite of C is small c, and opposite of A is small a. Now, therefore, we put the value here, B square, you can see here that is equal to 10 square, and A square, A is 7.7 square, and C is, you can see here, 9.5 square, minus 2 time of A, you can see here, A is 7.7, multiply by C is 9.5 centimeter, and cos of B. Now you can find the values. Now 10 square is 100, and 7.7 square will be equal to 59.29 plus 9.5 square, 9.5 square, that's equal to 90.25. And multiply 7.7 multiply 9.5, that's equal to 146.3 cos B. Now we shift the cos B from right side to left side. We get 146.3 cos B will be equal to 59.29 plus 90.25, and 100 will be shifted from left to right side, minus 100, and we get cos B will be equal to 59.29 plus 90.25 minus 100 divided by 146.3, and we take this value. You can see here 59.25, 59.29 plus 90.25 minus 100, you get 59.54 divided by 146.3, you get 0.33. You can write it 0.334. That B will be equal to cos inverse 0.334 and 338, 0.338. Now we take the cos inverse, that value will be equal to 70.20. This is the 70.2 degree is the answer. You can see here, we have to prove the angle ABC is 70.2 degree. Now we move the next question and next part of this question. You can see here 8, part B, find angle AOC, angle ACO, angle EACD. Now, to find these angle, firstly, uh, firstly we use the sum rule to find these angle. It will be very helpful to find the angle. Now, firstly, we mark the radius. Here, you see here, this is the line AO and OC is the radius. I mark it and these are the radius. And next is the mark the diameter. There is no chord which is passing through the center. Therefore, there is no line in the diameter. Second, the angle between tangent and radius, is 90 degree. You see here DE is the tangent line and CO is the radius. We mark this as and the angle between radius and tangent is 90 degree. Next is the mark. The angle at center is 2 times and angle at circumference. Now you see here the angle at circumference is ABC. This angle, the angle at center, you see here which chord is using to make this angle. The chord will be AC. You can find this chord by first last letter of the angle. Now AC will be the chord. This is the chord AC, and this chord AC make the angle at center is ABC, and this chord also make an angle at center, and that is angle is AOC, and this angle will be 2 times of the angle at circumference. You multiply it by this 2, you get the angle AOC. You see here the angle at circumference is 70.2 degree, and angle AOC will be equal to, that will be equal to 2 multiplied by 70 is 140.4 degree is the answer. We write it as 140.4. Next, you can see here 140 point, we write it 140.4. Now we can find the other angle at angle OCA and angle OAC, because these two angles will be equal. This is the isosceles triangle. AOC is isosceles triangle. We write it AOC is isosceles triangle. In the isosceles triangle, or the angle on base will be equal. You see here the angle on base OAC, and next is the OCB, OCA, and these two angles will be equal. We name it as, suppose that we name it as x degree. Now these are x degree and this is the x degree angle. You see here the x degree plus x degree, the sum of interior angle of triangle will be equal to 180. Therefore, the angle equal to 2x degree will be equal to 180 minus 140.4. You can write it as 39.6 degree, and 2x degree will be equal to 2 1s are 2 and 2 8s are 2 9s are 18 and 2 8s are 16. That will be equal to 19.8 degree. This angle is 19.8 degree. Now next is the angle in same segment. Now you see here the angle in same one angle is making at circumference, the other and no other angle at circumference. Then we skip it, and sum of opposite angles, opposite segment in cyclic quadrilateral is 180, and there is no cyclic quadrilateral. And now we see here define which angle we have to find. You see here the angle AOC. Now angle AOC, you can see here this is the 140.4, and it become very easy after using the rule. Next is the angle ACO. ACO. This is the ACO angle, and this angle we already find ACO. OCA is same x degree, and that is 19.8. We can write it 19.8 degree. Now the next angle AC D. You see here, this is the angle ACD. This angle, you have to find this angle ACT, and therefore ACD will be equal to DCO minus ACO, this angle ACO. And you see here, this is the 90 and this angle is 19.8. Therefore, ACD will be equal to 90 minus 90.8. That will be equal to 70.2 degree. Now we write it as 70.2 degree will be the answer. Next is the calculate the radius. Calculate the radius OC of the circle. It's very simple. You can see here, this is the triangle ACO. We make the triangle here ACO, or I make this triangle here ACO, and this length is AC, and this is O, and these two lengths are equal, and this angle is 140. You know the angle is 140.4. We write it 140.4, and the length of the triangle is the angle or other two angle is 70.2. No, sorry, 19 point. The other two angle will be 19.8. You can see here, this is the 19.8. Okay. Now this is isosceles triangle. When we draw a perpendicular, suppose I draw a perpendicular here. This perpendicular will bisect AC, and the AC length you see here, this is the length 10 centimeter. Therefore, that become 10 centimeter. Now we can write it, this perpendicular, we name it as OM. It divides the 10 centimeter. This total length was 10 centimeter. We divided, that value will be 5, and that length will be 5. Now you can see here, to find the length OC, we take the triangle, right angle triangle. Now this right angle triangle OCM, this is the right angle triangle OCM, and this angle is 19.8, and that length is 5. Now this we have to find the length OC, and therefore this called is adjacent side, and this is the hypotenuse, and we can, you know that adjacent our hypotenuse, that is equal to cos 19.8 degree will be equal to adjacent side, and that is MC our OC. Now you can write it, OC will be equal to MC length. You can see here, this is the MC length is 5. 5 over cos 19.8. Now you get value by calculator. You can see here 5 divided by 19.8 cos, their value is 5.31. OC length is 5.31, and we can write it as. Now next part is calculate the area of triangle ABC as a percentage area of circle. Firstly, we write the area of triangle ABC, and this is the triangle ABC. And this triangle, we have to find the area. Now we make a triangle ABC here. Now, area of triangle ABC, you can see here, this is the triangle ABC. And we use this triangle ABC. We draw the triangle here. This triangle AB is 9.5 centimeter, BC 7.7, and AC is 10 centimeter. Now we use the formula of area of triangle. You know the area of triangle 1/2 multiply the product of two sides and the sine of angle between them. We write it as AB multiply ABC into sine of B. If we can find this area, and now the area of triangle will be 1/2 multiply AB is 9.5, BC is 7.7, and sine 70.2 degree. Now we calculate it. You can see here this the 9.5 multiply by 7.7 multiply divided by 2 multiply 70.2 sine, that's equal to 34.4 is the area of triangle. Next we find the area of circle. The area of circle will be equal to pi r square. Now you see here 3.142 pi r square, and the radius of circle, this is the radius here is the radius OC we already find 5.31. Now we write it 5.31 whole square. Now we find the value 3.142 multiply 5.315 and multiply 5.315, you get 88.7 centimeter square. Now we find the percentage. The percentage or area of triangle of percentage ABC. Now we write area of triangle ABC percentage AB percentage. That value will be equal to area of triangle ABC our area of circle multiply by 100. Now you get 34.4. Our area of triangle is 34.4, that is 88.7. Multiply by 100. We see that 34.4 divided by 88.7 multiply by 100. The answer is 38.78, and you can write it as 38.8 is the answer. Now we can write it 38.8 is the answer. Now the next question. Question 9 part is sketch the following graph. On each sketch indicate any intercept with the x-axis. Now in this question, you see here, this is the graph of a line. To draw this graph, we take 2 points, any 2 points. Suppose that we take pen x equal to 0. We see that line become 0 minus 4y equal to 12. Then y equal to minus 12 over minus 4, that value is minus 3. Now that is 0 minus 3. We take 1 point. Another point we take by y can be taken as 0. And therefore, next is 3x minus 0 equal to 12. We put the value in this equation. We get x equal to 4. Now we get the point 4, 0. Now we mark the points here in this graph. Now we suppose that this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And second is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and minus 4. And same here is 1, 2, 3. Now this is the point 0, minus 3. We mark it here 0, minus 3. You see here 0, minus 3. This is the point 0, minus 3. Second is 4, 0. This is the point 4, 0. You will join these 2 points, and this is the, after joining these 2 points, we get a line. Now the part second, y equal to x square minus 3x minus 4. This is the quadratic equation. Therefore, to draw the quadratic graph, we take some values. So firstly, we take x equal to 0. Now, when we take x equal to 0, the y will be equal to y minus 0, minus 0, minus 4. That is 0, minus 4, and is the point of the on the quadratic graph. Now we take other points. We take, you see here, y equal to x square minus 3x minus 4. We take y 0. When we take y equal to 0, we get x square minus 3x minus 3x minus 4 equal to 0. And to find the value of x, we factorize it by using midterm breaking method. Now that value become x square minus 4x plus x minus 4. We can write minus 3 as minus 4 plus 1, and that's equal to 0. Now we take a common, that is x minus 4 plus 1 as a taken as a common, x minus 4 equal to 0. Therefore, x plus 1 into x minus 4 equal to 0. We can write it x plus 1 equal to 0 or x minus 4 equal to 0. The value will be equal to x equal to minus 1 and x equal to 4. The coordinates of these points will be minus 1, 0 and 4, 0. Now we mark the points here. This is the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here is minus 1, minus 2. Firstly, we mark the point 0, minus 4. You can write first, now you mark the points 1, 2, 3. Here is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. And you see here, 0, minus 4. This is the first is 0, minus 4. This point, we mark it 0, minus 4. Next is minus 1, 0, minus 1, 0. This is the point minus 1, 0, and 4, 0, 4, 0. Now, the middle of this value, you can see here, the middle of the value will be 2.5. Now we take the value y equal to 2. X equal to 2.5. Now we get y equal to x equal to 2.5. Now for x equal to 2.5, we get y equal to 2.5 square minus 3 into 2.5 minus 4. You can calculate with the calculator, the value will be 6.5. And that is equal to 6.5. This is the minus 6.5. This is the minus 6.5. And we can mark here. Now we draw this, we join these points. Now to join these points, and this is the graph of y equal to x square minus 3x minus 4. And this is the quadratic graph. Next is the y equal to 6 power x. We take x equal to 0. The y will be equal to 6 power 0 is 1. Now this is the point 1. And this is the point 1, 0 and y-intercept. Now you see here, this is the graph of a power x. The power a power x graph shape, you should remember the graph shape is this. And now we draw the graph here. You can see here, this is the graph shape of a power 6 power x. Now you can write it as here is, this is 1, 0, 1, and this is the graph. Now we go to the next part of this question. Now the part B, find the derivative dy over dx of y equal to 5 plus 8x minus 4 over 3x cubed. Now firstly we know the derivative of x power n is equal to n become a coefficient and the power will be reduced n to n minus 1. Now, therefore, we take the derivative of constant. The derivative of constant is 0. Therefore, when we derivative of dy over dx, that will be equal to 5 is a constant. We take 0 and 8 is written as it is. And the x power 1, we can write it x power 1 minus 1 is 0. And next is minus 4 over 3. We take the derivative of x cube. 4 over 3 is written as it is. The derivative of x cube will be a 3 into x power 3 minus 1. Now the value is 8 into 1, multiply 1, minus 3 will be cancelled. Now 4x square. The answer is 8 minus 4x square. Now find the gradient of y, 5 plus 8x minus 4 over 3x cube at x equal to minus 1. You know dy over dx is the gradient of this curve. Now the gradient of this curve at x equal to minus 1, that value dy over dx, you know, 8 minus dy over dx equal to 8 minus 4x square. We can write it m equal to 8 minus 4x square. Now for m equal to dy 8 minus 4x square, for x equal to minus 1, the value will become 8 minus 4 into minus 1 whole square. The answer will be equal to 8 minus 4, that is 4 is the answer. Next is the part third. The tangent is drawn to the graph of y equal to 5 plus 8x minus 4 over 3x cube. The gradient of tangent is minus 28. Now find the coordinates of two possible points where the tangents meet the graph. We know the gradient of tangent will be equal to dy over dx. We can write it gradient of tangent equal to dy over dx. Now gradient of tangent here is minus 28. dy over dx is here is, you can see here dy over dx 8 minus 4x square. We can write it 8 minus 4x square. Now that can be written as minus 36 minus 4x square. Then x square will be equal to minus 36 divided by minus 4. That value become x square will be equal to 9. Now we can write it x equal to plus minus 3. The possible values will be of x is plus 3 and minus 3. Now we have to find the coordinate of two possible points. For x equal to 3, the y will be equal to, we put the value in this equation, 5 plus 8 into 3 minus 4 over 3 into 3 power 3. Now we can write it 5 plus 24 minus 3 will be divided, that become power 2. 4 into 3 power 2 is 9. 4 into 9, 36. Now we can write it as 29 minus 36 will be equal to minus 7. And 3 minus 7 is the coordinate. Next is to take the coordinate of the point at x equal to minus 3. Now we can write it as 5 plus into 8 minus 3 minus 4 over 3 minus 3 power 3. Now we can write it 5 minus 8 threes are minus 24 minus 4 over 3 multiply minus 27. Now 3 nines are 27 minus minus plus 5 minus 24 plus 36. That value becomes 41. 5 plus 36, 41 minus 24. That's equal to 17. Now we can write it as next coordinate is minus 3, 17, and 3 minus 7. These are the coordinates of point. Question 10a, A equal to 1, 2, B equal to minus 3, 5. On the grid, draw label the vector 2a. Now here is the vector a is equal to 1, 2. When we multiply it by 2, that vector becomes 2 into 4. And this is the value 2, 4. Now it means it shows the x coordinate value and that shows the y coordinate value of the vector. And 2, 4 is the vector we can draw. We suppose that this is the origin. Now we move 2 unit horizontally. This is 2. Now 1, 2 and 4 unit vertically. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the point where 2, 4 can be mentioned. Now we join these two points. Therefore, this vector will be the vector equal to 2a. This is the 2a vector on the grid. And next is the on the grid a minus b. First, you see that a is equal to 1, 2, 1, 2, and b is equal to minus 3, 5. Now you take the difference a minus b can be written as 1 minus minus 3, that become plus 3, 2 minus 5, and the value will be equal to 4 minus 3. Now we see that we mark this, we draw the graph here. Suppose that is origin. Now, firstly, we move the 4 unit from horizontally 1, 2, 3, 4. We 4 unit rightward, and this is the origin we take. And minus 3, we move 3 unit downward. 1, 2, 3. This is the point, and we join the origin to that point. This point is 4 minus 3. Now we join this, and this vector we name it as O, that's the origin, and this vector will be A minus B. On the grid, draw and label the vector A minus B. This is the vector A minus B we draw here. Next, you can next part of this question, we see that in the next part B, OABC is trapezium with OA is parallel to BC. You can see here, this is OA is parallel to CB. M is the midpoint of midpoint of CB. N is the point on AB such that AN ratio NB equal to 1:2. O is the origin. OA is equal to P. OC equal to Q. CB equal to 3/4P. Find the in terms of P and or Q in simplest form, find OB. Now OB will be equal to, we can write it as OB is equal to OC plus CB. Now we write it OC plus CB. And OC value is, you see here, this is Q. And CB, this is the value CB. And that is 3/4P. Now we can write it as Q plus 3/4P. Now find the value AB. AB can be written as OB minus OA. Now OB here is Q plus 3/4P. You see here OA is P minus P. Therefore, Q plus that value becomes 4, 3p minus 4p. And that value will be equal to Q plus minus 1 over 4p. Next is now to find Mn. You can see here these are the points M and N. Mn will be equal to On minus Om. And firstly we see that the On will be equal to, you can see here, this is Om, and that will be equal to OA plus AN. We can write it OA plus AN. And OM can be written as use OM, and OM will be equal to OC plus CM. We write it OC minus CM. Now, next is CM OA is written as it is, OA is P. We write it P. And AN, you see here, this is the AN. AN equal to, you see here, AN our NB equal to 1 over 2. And we can write it AN our AB. AB is the total length, that ratio is 1 and 2. Therefore, AB will be ratio between A and AB become 1:3 because the length of 1 plus 2 is 3. Therefore, AN can be written as 1 over 3 AB. Now we write it, AN is written as 1 over 3 of AB minus OC. OC, you see here, this is the OC minus Q. And CM is the middle, M is the middle of CB. We can write it 1 over 2 of CB. Now we can write it P as it is, plus 1 over 3 AB. AB is Q minus 1 over 4P. Now 1 over 3 Q minus 1 over 4P. You see here OC. OC is minus Q. CM is, M is the midpoint of CB. Now we write it 1 over 2 CB, 1 over 2 CB. You see here 3 over 4 P. Now you can write it as P plus 1 over 3Q minus 1 over 12P minus Q minus 3 over 8P. Now the 1P minus 1 over 12 minus 3 over 8, we see that is 24 will be the LCM. We write it as 24 minus 2 minus 3. 8 3s are 20, 3 3s are 9, minus 9 minus 20. 24 minus 9 is minus 11. 24 minus 11 is 13 over 24. We write it 13 over 24P plus 1 over 3 minus 1, that's value equal to minus 2 over 3Q. And this is the value of Mn. And now the next part. Part second, OA and Mn are extended to meet at G. Find the position vector of G in terms of P. Now we extend the vector OA and Mn vector also extended. And both these meet at G. Now we have to find the position vector of G. The position vector of G will be equal to OG, and OG can be written as OA plus AG, and OA is equal to P plus AG. Now to find AG, we see that two triangles, one is ANG, you can write it ANG, and next triangle is BNM, BNM are similar. The reason is that you can see here the B and M angle equal to A and G angle because these are vertical opposite angle. You can write A and G is equal to B and M, and these are two vertical opposite angle. Now you see here second is the CB and OA are parallel line, therefore BA is transversal line, and the angle between parallel to transversal, and this angle parallel to transversal will be equal. These are alternate angle. You see here, GAN, you can write it, GAN will be equal to MBN. Now the two angles are equal, therefore these two triangles are similar. Therefore we can write it as AN over BN equal to AG over BM. This length AG and BM. Now AN over BN, now we have the ratio AN ratio NB. AN ratio NB is 1:2. Therefore, we can write it as NB AN over minus NB, and that ratio is equal to -1/2. And same here, AG over BM. Now we can write it minus BM. Therefore, AG will be equal to minus BM. Minus minus will be cancelled. We get AG will be equal to 1/2 BM, and BM is the midpoint. Therefore, BM will be equal to 1/2 into CB, and you know CB is the vector here 3/4P. We put the value here 1/4 into 3/4P. That's value equal to 3/16P. Now the value of AG is 3/16. Therefore, this OG will be equal to P plus 3/16P. Now that value become 19/16P, and this is the answer.